In question 5.3, we've been given this trig expression is equal to k, and we need to express this in terms of k. Now, our smaller compound angle over here, your trigger to see it is if you see a binomial, that is the angle, and you can't simplify it further. So let's grab our compound angles. So to select the appropriate compound angle, I have a look here. It's cos of an angle minus an angle. So I need to find that on the left hand side here. It looks like it's the last one, cos of an angle minus another angle. So I'm going to get rid of the others and just focus on this one. So let's utilize this compound angle for this specific scenario. So I'm going to expand this using this, and let me show you how you accomplish that. Okay, so I'm not working with a and b, I'm working with x and 45. So I'm going to replace this a with x and this b with 45, and that's going to trickle into this side as well. And you can see I've made the necessary replacements. A has been changed to x and the b's have been changed to 45s. Now I smell some special angles here. 45 is a special angle, so we're going to use our special angle triangles, or we can even use our calculator. We didn't get told that we can't use our calculator, so let's have a look at the special angle triangles. So this over here is our special angle triangle with the 45 degrees. We're not going to use the other triangle because we don't have 30 and 60. So we're going to use this in conjunction with SOHCAHTOA, or like I said earlier, we can use our calculator. I'm definitely going to use it to triple check my work. So this cos x will stay behind. And now this cos of 45, I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA with this triangle to get it. So let's grab SOHCAHTOA quickly. So if I'm using 45 as my reference angle, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, ka. So adjacent to this 45 is root 2, and the hypotenuse is 2. So cos of 45 just changes to root 2 over 2 like this. And I like to put it in a bracket to help remind myself that I'm actually multiplying these two factors. Okay, now the sin x can stay behind, nothing happens to him. And I'm going to do something very similar with sine of 45. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So if I'm using 45 as my reference angle, opposite over hypotenuse, so it's also root 2 over 2. And while we're here, let's quickly check those with our calculator. Okay, so cos of 45, just press equals, and it definitely gives me the root 2 over root 2. And let's just change that cos to a sine. And also root 2 over root 2, so our special angles are solid. And now what I like to do is kind of simplify it a little bit. You don't have to, but it's a good practice to get into with maths. So I like to move the numbers to the front when I have two factors like this. It's just easier to read. It's like the normal convention. So cos x times root 2 over 2, I simplify it to this, like so. So I'm basically just rearranging it a little bit. I like the numbers first and the trig ratio second. I'm going to do the exact same thing here. Put the number first and the trig ratio second. And once I've simplified that a little bit, I smell the common factor. This term, as well as this term, have this in common. So I'm going to remove it as a common factor. Okay, so how I do that is I write it in front of a bracket. Then I analyze this term. If I took this out, there's only a cos x left over in this term. So that's what goes first inside our bracket. And now I rinse and repeat that procedure with the second term. So because my common factor is positive, this sign will stay the same. And if I analyze this term, I remove this root 2 over 2, so there's only a sin x left over. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. This looks a little bit familiar. Hey, how's it, brother? Check over there. Cos x plus sin x is the same thing as k. So I can replace this whole bracket with k, and then my job is done. And our final answer is root 2 over 2k after the replacement of this into k. And lastly, let's have a look where the 4 marks come from. Your first mark comes from the expansion with the compound angles formula. The second mark comes from the special angles, changing cos of 45 and sin of 45 to the relevant ratios. The third mark comes from factorizing correctly, and the last mark comes from your final answer.